in the light where the movers be, talking that talk in the industry. Bartender, chefs, the late night beat, serving up stories with flavor and heat. From backstage drama to front of house flair, VIP nights and the people who care. So turn it up, get loose, be free. You know what time it is? Buck with me.
Yo, what's happening? You are now tuned in to Buck Wit Me, and today I have a Netflix stock selling Tampa. That's real estate. Also be running for office for District 5 for City Council. And all I'm going to say is this. We about to get it in because her journey has been a journey, and it's been a great journey with a lot of ups and downs. I have Juawana Colbert in the building, ladies and gentlemen. How you feeling, girl?
Thank you so much for having me on here. I'm feeling really good today.
Good.
And that intro made me feel even better.
Thank you, girl. We're going to have fun.
Yes.
We have fun. Like I said, you have a crazy journey throughout your life from LA.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw something that was kind of interesting. It makes me wonder why you got into real estate. Your grandfather owned some units back in LA?
Yeah, so you're absolutely right. You did your research, yes, you did. I like that. I like that. You got to know who you're talking to. But yes, my grandfather owned some real estate, some apartment complexes. That was his whole career. That's how he made his money. That's how he took care of my grandmother and my father and my two uncles. So he would go out and collect rent. He didn't play about rent. No. The first is due, the second is late, the third you getting served. He didn't play. The third day you were getting papers if your rent was not paid.
What?
Yes. Yes.
Damn.
He was hardcore. But he was a serious businessman.
But sometimes you got to do that, though.
You do.
You know, because people will take advantage of your kindness.
Yes.
And try to extend it, and then once that happens, it's a snowball effect.
He was the original version of don't play with it. Don't play with it.
So is this one of the reasons why you got into real estate?
I think it was a reason how I became introduced to real estate. I think it was a passion of mine. That's how I became exposed to it. But I wouldn't say I got into real estate because of him. And honestly, we really didn't even have a close relationship. As I got older, when I was younger, we were close. That's when my mother and father were married. And I guess when they divorced, you know how you kind of divorce the family, and our relationship just became more dismal.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is. Because I would never do that to my grandson.
Hold on, you got a grandson?
I got a grandson. I know.
How old is your grandson?
4.
Do y'all see this woman? She is a grandmother. The black don't crack.
It don't. It just get tired some days. Don't crack. We just get tired a little bit, but we got to bounce back quick.
I would have never thought that you was a grandmother.
I am. I had my son when I was 17.
Okay.
And then he had his son when he was 21.
How was that? Was that a struggle?
Of course,
having
it was a
struggle.
struggle.
17.
It was a struggle, but looking back on it now, I think there's pros and cons to having children young. I'm not a proponent of someone getting pregnant young, but what I'm telling you now, as I look back on it and where I'm at in my life, I'm happy I did it. But was it easy? No. I didn't have a lot of support. My mother was great, but I didn't have his father. I didn't choose the best father for I just didn't.
So it always happened like that?
It happens. That's why they say don't make those decisions when you're young.
Mm-hmm.
But he's a great father to his son. I'm proud of how he came out, and I'm proud of how I was able to raise him. Yes.
That's crazy. Mm-hmm. So you went to college, I'm assuming, right?
I did.
Where'd you go?
I went to Northwood University.
Yeah,
First, I started off at Youngstown State, which is in Youngstown, Ohio, Penguins. And then I went to Northwood University in Michigan.
Cute. Are you big in sports?
I will watch sports. I will support my man watching sports. I will even sit there and endure it. But am I going to say, oh, let's go watch the game?
Right.
No. But I would participate.
Juawana, come on now. So you trying to tell me you don't have a favorite team at all? Now, I'm assuming you support Tampa Bay,
of course,
local team.
Oh, yeah.
That's a given.
Yeah. Wherever I live, I'm a fair weather, what they call, wherever I live is where I'm going to support.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, hypothetically, if your man was a Cowboys fan, would you still wear a Cowboy jersey? Even though we live in Tampa?
Oh, that's a good one. Don't do that to me.
Okay.
I almost got to... Ooh, do I got to answer that?
Listen, let's say this. You support your man's team.
Yes.
But
no, I more so support my man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you're not going to wear the Cowboy stuff if there's a Buccaneers game on TV. Or a Lightning game or a Rays game.
If I'm in the house, probably. If I'm going out, probably not.
See, there you go.
Yeah.
Y'all see how she got political with that? Did y'all see that? Oh, she ready. She ready. So when did you move to Tampa?
In 2017.
Okay. So you moved here in 2017. The Selling Tampa premiered in 2021.
21. Yes.
So how did that even come about?
It was none but God. That's what it is. We didn't seek out the opportunity. What happened was that we took a picture during International Women's Month, and at the time we only had all minority agents, right? And I guess we were, all decent looking. We did a photo shoot out at UT. We were outside.
Gorgeous. Don't play yourself. Y'all are attractive young ladies.
Thank you. That's sweet. But we took a photo and it kind of went viral. And we had several production companies reach out to us because they were looking at doing a concept. Because at that time, Selling Sunset had already been out.
Yep.
So they wanted a minority version of that. And when they saw us, they felt that we were the minority version of it, even though we really weren't. We really weren't. We wanted to get there and be there, but we weren't selling really luxury at that time. Maybe we had a few,
right? But
we just looked the part.
Y'all did. And I when I was watching the show when it first came out, I was like, There's a lot of laughing going on.
Yeah.
A lot of women doing what women do, being messy.
Yeah.
But
not me. I'm not that messy.
I'm gonna say one word: HR.
That is a compliment. I like things in place. I like following rules. I like structure. That's HR.
You trying to tell me you was never messy on the show?
I may have been sarcastic or maybe a little funny, but not messy.
Okay, because there was one scene where Sherelle was getting up and she was letting everybody know that you were about to run that office.
Yeah.
And then I forgot what the girl's name was. And you was like, would you like me to set you an appointment up? I was like, ooh.
Yeah. See, that's because you messy. Messy people try to make the other people messy. I was trying to make sure if you have a problem, you want to address it, let me get you on the calendar.
Right after she got up, Juawana, boy, y'all better watch this woman. She's something else. So when you guys got the phone call about doing Selling Tampa, which I think is dope, and I think it was great for the city at the same time, your popularity definitely went up. How was that? Just to be like, hey, I'm selling homes, and then I'm selling you on TV, and it's like, oh my God, that's Juawana.
Yeah.
Like, and then of course your socials went. So how was you able to deal with all that?
I was, number one, we were honored. We were blessed. It's not anything that we took for granted, and I can speak for me. That's what I'm going to do. It's not anything I took for granted. Anytime anyone wanted to say hi to me or take a picture, I always was open to doing it. I had no issues with that. But it definitely is a little bit different of being, let's say I go to the grocery store.
Right.
And people are like, I know you from somewhere. Then you don't want to feel like, oh, well, you know me from Selling Tampa. You try to be like humble about it. Like, oh, I don't know where you know me from. So sometimes I'm like, I didn't know what to say, but I'm like, and they would think about it, and then they would be like, oh, Selling Tampa. And I would be like, yes. But it's just different. People recognizing you, and that's really it. It's not like we were superstars, right? It's not like we can't go certain places because we're being bombarded with photography or people asking for your signature, or none of that. It was just more so love, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm kind of mad I wasn't invited to some of those parties y'all had, by the way. I'm watching, I'm like, I know who that is.
Oh, my bad.
That's all right. When you go to your other parties,
okay,
I'm gonna host that bad boy.
Okay.
we gonna get it popping.
We have an agreement.
There we go. Working with the ladies, how was that whole experience? And are any of those ladies still at the office at Allure?
Most of them are gone.
Okay.
The only people that are still at Allure that was on the show is Sherelle, myself, and Tenille.
Okay.
Yes. Carla, kind of. Whenever I see Carla, I never see her, but I love her. Yeah.
Nothing but love and respect.
Yeah.
So what are some of the behind the scenes stuff that we don't really get to see on TV? Because reality TV is crazy right now.
It really is.
And a lot of people feel that it's staged. Yeah. Whereas any time, and keep it real, because it's past tense now.
Yeah.
Was any time anything ever staged?
I wouldn't say stage. Stage is a strong word.
Okay.
I would say things were brought to your attention, even though they may not have, maybe they shouldn't have been brought to your attention because they were trying to egg something on, right? Or let's say you and I are talking.
Yeah.
And the mics are on, and for whatever reason, we know electronic things mess up, and they didn't catch something, they would stop us. They would have to rework the thing, and they'll be like, okay, pick back up. And we're like, well, we don't really know where we were at. You know, you don't remember. It's so natural. So then you kind of got to figure out what you're going to say that was probably similar, but probably wasn't. It's just not as authentic.
Right.
So I think that happened a few times. Or they would tell us, today you're going to film an office scene. Well, okay, but it wasn't really our office day, but we're gonna, I guess we'll film an office scene. So kind of like that, they'll tell us, oh, you're gonna go to dinner with so and so, but that's kind of it.
Okay.
Nothing was really staged, but there were some things that were, I guess, curated.
Gotcha.
Curated.
You know what? That's a better word.
Yes.
Curated.
Mm-hmm.
Are some of you guys still like real cool with each other still?
Oh yes, yeah. I mean, I'm cool with all of them. None of us were. Tanil and I are friends. Sherelle and I are friends.
Of course.
Tanil and Sherelle are friends. Everyone else were more so business associates,
Gotcha.
like colleagues. That's it.
Yeah, when it's
To
crazy.
me, everyone has their own kind of. And Sophie and Colony were really good friends. Carla's pretty much cool with probably everyone. Alexis, I think, kind of was cool with everyone. It was kind of like that. Maybe hung out a little bit more with certain people. But yeah.
Now you can tell who was really cool with who, so you kind of like can figure that out if you
Yeah.
actually watch the show.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of people want to know this: why we did not get a second season.
You know what? What we were told was that the numbers weren't there, which we didn't quite understand because it was number one for a while.
Yeah,
but
it was.
They told us it was the numbers. That was that, and we don't know. That's what we were told, and what can we do? It's not our network.
Damn it,
We have no control.
None. Like, what are y'all doing with us?
Yeah.
What made you get into real estate then? Knowing that your grandfather, you saw him do his thing back in
Yeah.
LA. What made you get into it?
It was just something that I always wanted to do. When I lived in Charlotte, actually, I went to real estate school. I was raising my son on my own. That was before I was married. And I went to real estate school. I actually dropped out of real estate school because it was too much for me to try to work, make my son's games, be a mother. Still, it was a lot, but I was trying to do it. And I said, something has to give. And it was school, real estate school. I'd already had my degree. So when I got married and got the opportunity to not have to do as much on my own, I went back to real estate school and I passed on my first try. I have a passion for real estate,
Okay.
right? So it wasn't that difficult. And then I started doing it full time.
Damn, girl.
Yeah. And now we're building a team. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy, Buck Wit Me. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe on all platforms, especially on YouTube. I need you right now, man. So like, follow, subscribe. Click, click. You hear it? Click, click. All right, so you have a lot of ladies. I feel like Tampa is a prime market for real estate right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like a lot of women, especially black women, are thinking about getting into real estate. What are some of the ups and maybe some of the downs about real estate?
Oh,
And I feel like it's very competitive right now.
Life is competitive.
Right.
I don't think people should not get into something because it's competitive. Think about when you're at the grocery store. Look at the nail salons. There's nail salons on every corner. That doesn't stop them from opening, right?
Correct.
There's a lot of different bread options when you're in the grocery store. So that doesn't stop the bread makers from making them. So I don't think real estate people should look at it as competitiveness.
Okay.
I think they should look at it as you have to find your own lane and work hard at it. It's not just dressing up and showing houses. It's much more than that, right? It's fees. You have to understand that once you get your license, it doesn't stop there. You have to pay your dues. You have to pay your MLS fees. You have to pay continuing education fees. And so I think a lot of people underestimate what it takes in order to be an actual real estate agent. And that is what people need to know.
Okay.
I think once they have that information and they're armed with that information, they'll be fine. But you have to put in the work. There's ups and downs in real estate like anything. Right now, it's more of a buyer's market. There's more homes on the market than there are buyers. So
Really?
people that are selling are either having to lower their price or staying on the market longer. When interest rates go up, that means that less people qualify for loans when interest rates goes up, because their money can't go as far, so they can't get approved for loans. So you're going to have that. That's a natural cycle of the world
Right.
that we're in. And then there's times when it's really good. the interest rates are low, people are selling, people are buying, and there's a lot of action. And then you have to remember geographical areas. So Tampa is still pretty good. The Atlantas of the world are doing good. Certain parts of the world are doing good, but there's areas that aren't.
Do you agree or disagree that right after COVID, real estate was booming?
Agreed.
How you feel about it now?
I think right now it's more steady
Okay.
to slow. And I'm seeing it with our agents. I'm seeing it in part of other groups I'm a part of when we're talking about real estate. I'm seeing different posts in Facebook groups that are real estate related. It's just slower. So now is the time where you have to make sure you have your CRM together, which is your customer relations management system. You have to have that in place, and you have to you have to continuously feed it and make sure that you are top of mind. Someone told me, and I agree with this, people only use you when they need you. So let me repeat that. Real estate is only important to people when they really need to do something related to real estate.
Gotcha.
Other than that, they could care less. So that's why you have to always stay top of mind, because you never know when they're going to need you. So that is the reason that you have to keep your marketing up. You have to keep your CRM up, because you never know when that time is.
Okay. Now, I know this for a fact, and everybody that's tuning in right now. Now, if y'all watch Selling Tampa, everybody, all the ladies were attractive. Has there ever been a time that you've been trying to sell a house or a mansion, a customer tried to holler at you?
Oh, that happens a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah, with
How do you do with that?
you have to remain professional. Hold on. Let me back up. Because it's life, right?
Right.
So if the person that you're working with is single and you're single, I really don't see a big deal with if someone tried to talk to you. I mean, it's natural, right? I still think you have to have a line. You may consider going out with them, but you still have to do businesses first, right? You want to remain professional and separate business from personal. But yeah, it's happened. I'm always shocked. It's kind of funny too when people try to mix business with pleasure, because you're like, okay, so if I say this or do this, they might not want to use me anymore. So you got to figure that balance, because you don't want to jeopardize the business relationship, but then you also don't want to pass up on potential love, right? It could be a real connection.
Right.
I don't know. You have to.
So you trying to tell me right now you kind of like push it to the side. You kept it business.
Oh yeah, because when a lot of times during real estate, the time I was married, so of course I was married, so I
keyword was
WAS. That was quick. Keyword was. You was quick with it. And then it just depends on where you're at in your life. You have to figure out if you want to pursue it, and if you think it's a good idea. People make decisions for themselves. Who am I?
Have you ever seen a messy situation? No name dropping, just.
Oh no, I don't do messy. I wish I had one of those things that say ting.
Because I know during the show that one chick, when y'all was in Miami and the two young ladies got into it.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh. So I had to ask that question.
Yeah, it was some doozies.
Oh, it was. It was. And it's crazy that I feel like as a woman, you guys, it's hard to confide into other women. Yeah. Because women in generally, and I might be speaking on the situation, are quick to judge. And I know when you made the announcement that you was getting ready to have a divorce, it was just kind of like, and I know you guys try to keep your personal business to yourself, but sometimes you have to let everybody know. How do you feel about women supporting each other, and sometimes why women don't support each other?
I will tell you my personal experience. Typically, I surround myself with women I feel like I can tell anything to. I'm not afraid of judgment. I'm more so, the reason on the show that I didn't want to share with them that I was getting a divorce, I just didn't want people to treat me different or have sympathy for me, that sort of thing. And what I just shared with you, we weren't really friends.
Right.
We're just colleagues. So really, you look at it as going to work. You're not going to share your personal information with people who aren't close to you. And so that's kind of how I handled the situation. But in general, I think women do support women. And I don't think they are judgmental. I think as a woman, you understand what each other goes through. If it's, parenting, if it's relationship, if it's money, if it's, whatever it is, I think everyone can relate. So I don't think it's a judgment thing typically. Are there women who are like that? Yeah,
Right.
there's always bad apples. There's always bad characters, right? But in general, I definitely think women support one another.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's so funny because you just see on the socials,
Mm-hmm.
and we're going to get into that because you made a post a few days ago, and I was like, damn, I got to run for city council, and you really got women out there just saying
Yeah.
unpleasant things
Yeah.
and being negative.
Yeah.
And, you know, we are living in a world right now, it's like we're here to support each other,
Right.
not tear each other down, especially when it comes to us,
Mhm.
minorities.
Yeah.
And we already got our own conflict
Yeah.
just off that.
Life is already difficult enough.
Exactly.
Why would I want to tear another person down? But that's never been my nature. My mother taught me if you don't have anything nice to say, then you probably shouldn't say it. Now, can you think it? You can think whatever you want to think.
Right.
But I just never got in a habit of being negative and tearing people down, or specifically on social media. You know how you'll scroll through and you'll see something and you know it look crazy,
Yep.
right? You know it shouldn't be on there. But I would never post some of the things that I see people post. Things I'm just like, why did you have to say that? And it just amazes me every time.
What do you think about socials?
I love social media.
Do you really?
I do. I enjoy it. But it's not my life. I don't eat, breathe, and sleep, eat, and breathe social media. I use it to learn. I use it to laugh.
Right.
I use it just to be entertained. I don't internalize it. I don't try to compete with social media. And I think that's what some people try to do. And I think that makes them unhappy. And I think it makes them more not good people, to
Right.
be honest.
Right.
Because I don't know if social media was intended for that. So I monitor how I use it.
You got to.
Yeah. I
Because-
get recipes.
Hello, can you go?
No. No.
Juawana. Oh,
I can
my.
follow instructions. That's good enough. Am I creative? But do I enjoy, saying, oh, I'm going to cook today? No. I'm going to do what I need to do to get by.
When the last time you cooked a meal?
Sunday.
What did you cook?
Salmon, which is easy, right? Salmon is the go-to for everybody. I had potatoes, salmon, and it was some mixed vegetables that were already cut up. I don't really cut them up. I buy them cut up.
I'm so done with you, bro.
I don't have time for that.
So you trying to hold up. So let me back this up. So are you in a relationship?
I am.
You are.
I am.
Good. That's good to hear.
Yes.
So what keeps you motivated?
But why you pause there like that? You said
You know when you say you didn't cook, I'm like,
he cooked. So that you have to connect with someone who is strong where you're weak.
okay.
And that is something that I look at when I'm dating. My ex-husband could cook. Honestly, I feel like every guy I have dated can cook.
Okay.
Because,
Thank God.
yeah, I've been blessed. Because I don't really enjoy it. But I enjoy eating.
What do you enjoy?
Okay. You're in there cooking, right?
Yes.
I bring the vibes. I bring the energy. I am a social person. I have good conversation. And as you're cooking, I'm entertaining.
I like that answer.
Yeah.
I like that answer.
Mhm.
Okay, I dig that. I did that. So, be like, Juawana, babe,
Yeah.
can you go to Publix real quick and go grab this?
Oh yeah. I'll be the runner. I'll make a drink for you. I'll help you whatever clean up as you're doing the things. Let's say you're chopping something up. I'm gonna make sure it's clean. I'm gonna throw it away for you. But yeah, I just prefer not to cook.
So we had a family reunion.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's your boy Buck Wit, and we're tapping in with one of our sponsors right now, and we will be getting back to the conversation that I'm having. You know what I'm talking about. Anyways, if you're ever in the nightlife, entertainment, and you're drinking all that liquor, Live 21 is what you need in your life, man. And on top of that, if you're in the gym and you need some extra energy, you need some Live 21. The reason why we got two different bottles because they have two different flavors. So make sure you check out Live 21, either in the gym or in the club or as your daily drink. It's your boy Buck Wit. Let's get right back. We had a family reunion. We can guarantee that you're going to bring the bottled waters, the paper plates,
Yeah.
but no side dish.
No, if you tell me to bring one, I'm going to bring one. I'm not
Okay.
going to disobey the rules. I'm either going to order it, or if it's something that I want to make, I will make it. No,
Okay.
I'll bring something,
All right.
even if it's bought or if I make it.
What do you do for fun?
So I'm a homebody.
Oh, Lord.
I'm an introvert, really. Okay, so I took this Myers-Briggs test years ago, and I took it again probably about a year ago. I am an introvert with extrovert qualities. So I'm really, in general, I like being by myself and more so of a loner, but I do well with people
Right.
because I am social, but I prefer being alone.
Really?
Hmm.
I would have thought the complete opposite.
Yeah, I know.
So
No.
what TV shows you be watching?
Oh, okay. So I have a few. Jenny and Georgia.
Okay.
I'm a fan of Jenny and Georgia. Then I also Reasonable Doubt. I was hooked on Reasonable Doubt.
I love that show. I saw the
That's a
first
good one.
season. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's a good one. You're talking about recent or just in general?
Just in general.
Yeah, I anything to do with series like Blackish. I enjoyed. What's the one when he was cooking the meth? Breaking Bad.
Yes.
Breaking Bad. That was my.
Listen, your hood side just came out.
I'm not condoning them.
No, I know you're not.
I just enjoyed the show. That's it.
What kind of childhood did you have coming up? Because you are, hold on, what part of LA?
So LA, like Baldwin Hills area.
Okay.
But Three's Company was my show growing up.
Okay.
My mother would have to pull me from watching Three's Company. She felt it wasn't even age appropriate, to be honest, but I was watching it.
I was watching it too.
Yeah.
It was just, you gotta think, as kids, we don't see what adults see.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
it's a different eye.
Exactly. We're just laughing and geeking on
Yeah.
what, they was doing
Yeah.
at the apartment. That was about it.
Woody
did you-
Woodpecker, Care Bears. That was what I did. Yeah.
Did you watch The Little Rascals?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't my favorite, but
Right.
yeah.
But the movie, though.
That was
How you
good.
not gonna like The Little Rascals? It had Buck Wit on it. Hold up. What's your favorite movie? If you have one.
If I have probably Pretty Woman,
Okay.
Dirty Dancing,
Dope.
and then probably Taken.
Ooh.
Taken is a good. I like action movies, and then I like love movies.
Okay.
Mhm.
You like The Color, don't you?
I like what?
The Color.
Yeah,
I can tell.
I am.
I can tell.
Sometimes, no.
Well,
Sometimes again, I'm a loner, so I just let me be today.
All right, so I'm gonna beeline you a couple questions real quick before
Okay.
we jump into the Tampa City Council.
Okay.
What type of fast food you like to eat? Even if you do, you even eat fast food?
No, I do.
Okay.
I'm more of a sandwich person. I love French fries, so I typically go to like Jimmy John's.
Okay.
It's like if I need something quick. Here, I go to Fresh Kitchen a lot too.
Dope.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
If I'm doing French fries though, it's McDonald's.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. But they gotta be fresh.
You have to stay fresh when you go there. That's key.
That is so.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, give me some
Mm-hmm.
already.
That's key.
Because you get some of them fries that's just been sitting there, you be like, what the dilly?
The worst move ever made.
So being in Tampa, you
Mm-hmm.
meet a lot of people. Has there been any celebrities that was annoying to you when you're trying to sell any of your houses?
I haven't worked with a lot of celebrities,
Okay.
but the ones that
Well, just people
I
in general.
have. No, I wouldn't say in general someone's annoying. What is annoying sometimes, and they don't know that they're really being annoying. They're making a big purchase. So they may say they want one thing, but really they're looking at something else. And then they're telling you by their actions that they really aren't meaning what they're saying.
Right.
So I think probably just going to see a lot of different houses based on what they say they want, but then when I show them what they want, they're like, no, that's not it.
No, I
But
did.
that's really it.
I gotta say this.
Mm-hmm.
So during the show, your girl set you up with a blind date. Now listen, no disrespect to your man. I feel that we have a good vibe between
I think
us right
so.
now.
Yeah. Speak freely.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But when you were sitting down at the restaurant talking to him, I immediately knew, like, nah, this ain't gonna work.
You knew it,
Your
and I
face-
knew it.
Your face expression and your body language and the way he was talking, and then he was talking about sperm, I was like, bro, you just met her. Why
Yeah.
you saying the word sperm
Right.
already? And some other stuff that he said, I was just like,
Yeah.
yeah, you ain't getting no second date.
No. And I think when you're going on dates, dating should be fun,
Should be.
right?
Yes.
It shouldn't be where you're repulsed by it and I know everyone's not going to mesh, right? There's going to be chemistry or you may not have as much or maybe whatever it is. But I think people should make the best of and enjoy it. And I feel like that's what I did.
Right.
In your mind, you know it's probably not going to go anywhere, but you can still sit there and have a good time, in my opinion.
Well, you got to make the best of the situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's some of like the turn-ons? Let me rephrase that. What's some of the do's or don'ts that when you go to a restaurant? Like is the food bad? You're just like, I'm never gonna come back. The customer service is it bad? You're like, yeah, I'm definitely not coming back to this restaurant.
Yeah, those are good questions. I could probably be okay with okay food. I'm a customer service person. So if the service is bad, I'm not coming back. If the food is okay, not as good, I'm going to come back and give you another chance.
Okay.
That's just me. I think service is very important. And that's what we share with, that's what we talk about with our agents. That's what I implement in my life every day. I think people should be more respectful, more kind. And even though you may not agree on things, I still feel like it's a way to have disagreements. Even in relationships, I always say it's okay to disagree, but it's not okay to be disrespectful.
Cool.
And that's how I live.
All right, I like that. I know like you're a true leader because you're running an office at Allure Realty. Being the leader that you are and the leader position that you have been put in at that spot, what made you want to run for Tampa Council with District 5?
Yeah.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I made the decision to run, and it's a decision
Right.
you have to make. You don't take it lightly, because I wanted to give myself to my community. That's plain and simple. There's more changes that I think we need to implement. There's more things that I think we need to do as a diverse city council to help propel our community to the next level. Our community is very diverse and it's changing by the day.
Yes, it is.
And I think that our council should understand that and be able to address the needs of our community. And I think with my economic development background, with my experience with being on different boards, my passion for housing, specifically affordable housing, and then understanding budgets and how we can use those things in order to put things into the community where people can utilize and benefit from is really the key.
Right.
And it's something that we really need, and that person needs to be able to do that quickly, because it's only 17 more months left.
Right.
By the time someone gets in that office, it's only 17 more months. So you don't have a lot of learning time. You don't have a lot of thinking about what needs to be done. You have to really get in there and start working. And that's what I'm there to do.
There's a lot of changes going on in e-board. Just in case you guys don't understand what District 5 is, because she just put me on, can you kind of like break that down just a little bit?
So District 5 is an area within the city of Tampa that includes Ybor, East Tampa, Sulphur Springs, Channel Side area, which they call Channel District,
Right.
Downtown, and Tampa Heights and Seminole Heights. Now, in Palmetto Beach.
Okay.
But within that, there's other areas, but those are the bigger ones that people would recognize. And so that is what District 5 is. So you must live in District 5 in order to be able to vote. That you can't live in District 3 and vote in District 5.
Of course.
Yes. So that's the requirement. Voting is going to be September 9th. That is the election day. But I encourage people to do early voting.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, you never know what can happen the day
Of course.
of vote. You want your vote. You want your vote to
You want
count.
it in and early.
Right. So September 4th through 7th is early voting,
Okay.
and then you must be registered if you're not registered by August 11th.
All right, so I'm gonna ask. So this is what I want to know. People want to really know who you are. They
Yeah.
saw you on TV. If you,
I feel like I'm being. If they don't know me like now, they. What's this song? If you don't know me, you just not gonna know me.
you will never.
No.
Oh my God, we need to put that in the background. No, because that's the thing is I want you to be comfortable talking to me on the Buck Wit Me show, but we also want to make sure that we find out who you really are.
Yeah.
You know, people look at reality TV stars like yourself from Southern Tampa. I'm like, she look like she's very to the book. I mean, that's what we kind of saw. But like you said, you like to make sure you take care of business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, we want to make sure other women support you.
Thank you.
We want to make sure that the minority community understand that we have somebody that's going to be a councilman on District 5.
Yeah.
And that's going to hold us down.
Yeah, that's a good point. And let me talk about how city council is made up really quick. So there's 7 members of city council. And as of right now, we have 5 men who are Caucasian, and then we have 1 Caucasian woman, and then we have the open seat.
Say that one more time. Just hit that one more time for me.
7 people on city council.
Uh-huh.
Right now we have 5 white men,
Yes.
1 white woman. So what does that leave?
We don't have no black woman or
Mhm.
black man.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have a Spanish woman or
Mhm.
black man.
Mhm.
Not even Asian. Like, we have no minorities to support us.
Mm-hmm. And then the age range of our community. What would you say the age range of our community is?
I'm going to say maybe 30 and to 45.
Okay. So no one on that council is in that age range.
That's crazy. So let's just play this game. Anybody that's on the committee right now is over 50,
No, a couple of them are.
45.
Yeah, in
Okay,
that area,
we'll just say
a little
45.
under, a little over.
So I'm gonna throw this situation at you also. We had a shooting that happened in Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
One of the members on the council wanted to have e-board shut down at 1 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
The reason we need to talk about this because I host in Ybor City
Yeah.
at a lot of clubs. So a lot of promoters, we eat and live in Ybor City. I moved here in '98, and everything that everybody talked about, go to Ybor, go to Ybor.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Tampa was built off Ybor City.
Yeah.
And not just even that, even with the Cubans doing the cigars, like
Yeah.
that's their background. And to shut Ybor down at 1 a.m. is like, if we don't have Ybor, we don't have Tampa.
Yeah. I don't think that is the answer to
All
shut
right.
business down. Why would we want to punish businesses that have invested in our community by shutting them down by 1? Do I think there are some things that our community can do to help combat that?
Right.
Yes. I believe the shooter, a younger person,
Yes.
right? So what other resources and what offerings do we have for younger people? That's what we should be looking at too. What our gun laws,
Right.
that sort of thing. And making sure, people aren't being served liquor that are underage, right? We know what happens when you start drinking. Sometimes you start doing stupid things.
You do.
So that being the answer, shutting down at 1, I don't think that's the answer.
No.
But I think we should look at other things that we can do to help make our streets and communities safer. We definitely need police. We don't need over policing, right? But we
Right.
need police. We need fire services. We need all of the things that help people feel safe in a community that they live, work, and play in. And that's the answer.
What are some of the things that you secretly think that's not been talked about since you're running for that position?
Oh, I feel like a lot has been talked about. The question is, what are we going to do about it?
Right.
I think the major consensus is affordable housing, right? That's a challenge. Another challenge we have is transportation. The more public transportation,
Right.
the more people that move here, the more crowded our streets are getting. So you really need alternative modes of transportation, or you're going to have all of these cars on the road. It's going to cause traffic. It's going to cause more potholes. So potholes is another major thing, right?
Yes.
And so what is our process for making sure those are being addressed in a timely manner? You shouldn't have to dodge a pothole to go down your street
Right.
I mean, you pay your taxes, you feel like your streets should be fairly smooth. Now things happen, but then how quickly is it being addressed?
Right.
Right. So I think those are some of the things. Economic development in terms of job creation and supporting small businesses. I know another one is permitting. People are having some challenges with permitting and zoning.
That's definitely been an
Yeah.
issue. I've noticed that myself.
Yeah.
Especially, I'm not gonna say that part, but it's like I said, E-board is the heart for me of Tampa. Well, was, but now we got Channel Side,
Yeah.
which is dope.
I do. I love China.
I can tell. Listen, we're gonna do lunch.
Yes. Yes.
So with Channel Side and E-board, I feel like you have 2 different vibes. You have Channel Side,
Mhm.
where like the Addition,
Yeah.
Water Street,
Yeah.
and then you have E-board.
Mm-hmm.
What's the game plan to bring those 2 together? Because I feel like they're trying to dress up E-board a little bit more than what it used to be in the past.
Yeah. So I don't even know if that's the answer to mesh them together. I think they're distinct.
Right.
I think they have a different, like you said, the cigars, right? That's not what channel side is. That's not what channel district is. I think it should still be able to maintain what it is, but maybe increase in terms of uh, development and really staying true to the culture of it. But you still want to make sure your plumbing, your roofing, your facade is up to par, that sort of thing. But I don't know if it will ever be the same because it's not intended to be the same. I think I think there should be an opportunity to get from one place to another easily. You may want to go hang out in Water Street or downtown, but then get to Ybor. You want to end your night in Ybor because it's a different. They have, the pizza parlors, they have the cigar shops, they have the clubs. You want to dance a little bit more. You want to just a different crowd, and that's okay. And I think just having different facets of your community really makes a community.
Right.
Everyone doesn't want to do the same thing.
No.
Everyone doesn't want to go the same place. So it shouldn't be duplicated. Each unique area should really just be the best area that they can be.
I got you.
Yeah.
Well, why should we vote for you, Juawana?
Because you don't want HR to come out. No, but I was being funny.
I know you're right.
But the real reason
we
is
probably need HR to come out, to be honest with you.
I believe you should vote for me because I am the person for the job. I'm ready to hit the ground running. I have some ideas that I want to implement. I think I build more of a consensus with the other council people and with our community as opposed to bridging more of a gap. You know how sometimes you have people that are that's hard to work with.
Yes.
You don't really get anywhere with that. And I think we're at a place now that we need all of the unity in bridging the gaps as much as possible in order to raise all tides in our community. Because certain areas are going to be okay regardless.
Right.
What about the ones that aren't? How are we going to represent them and make sure that they're getting the attention that they need?
Well, because you got to think, like, Ybor is Ybor, Silver Spring and Seminole Heights, all of these pockets have their own different vibes.
They do. Sulphur Springs has a different one.
Exactly.
Ybor, Tampa, Seminole Heights has a different one. Every Water Street is different from Ybor. Ybor is different from Seminole Heights. They're all different.
Well, I think people are also concerned that they're not being heard.
Yeah.
And I think even in your situation, like I said, you made a post where you had a couple people kind of get at you, but oh, she's just a reality person.
Yeah.
Like, she does real estate. She don't know nothing about Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
But having this conversation with you right now, you're just as real as it comes.
Yeah.
But there also has to be a structure.
Yeah, you have to have structure. I went and visited a business in Port of Tampa area, and he had been there for 13 years. And I just went in there and introduced myself. I said, I'm running for City Council District 5, and I'm just coming to check on you, see if you have anything you want to share about the community, your experience being here as a business owner. And he shared some things with me. Most of them were positive, thank goodness. He really didn't have much negative to say other than, I said, has anyone from the city ever came to see you, to speak with you? He said, no one. And he said, I'm here. He said, this is my business. My son works here, but I'm pretty much here and no one has ever come. And I feel like not being heard is what you just said.
Right.
How can you have businesses here and not respect and hear them out if they are having challenges? And I think that's where in particular goes back, to permitting and zoning. That's a lot of the issues that I hear here. Okay. If you want people to invest in the community, why would you make it very difficult for it? That's a valid question. Gotcha. Because then they don't feel welcome. You make it more of a challenge to invest into the community when you make it so difficult.
All right, so you have somebody that you're running against, and he's heavy in the nightlife.
Mm-hmm.
How are you going to help out with the nightlife in Ybor City, you think?
Well, I think number one, addressing that. I don't agree with that 1 o'clock. I don't even know if it's even on the table, making businesses close at 1 o'clock. Mm. I'm not a proponent of that, and I don't agree with that. I think working hand in hand with the business owners, understanding what their needs are and figuring out a way to address them.
Okay.
That is, I think, the way that we're going to get hearing people out. I don't have all of the answers. Someone else doesn't have all the answers. Even the business owner doesn't have all the answers, because even if they did, there's other ramifications to other things. And so we have to work together to figure out what is the answer. that is what I feel is the best way. I can't make that determination without talking with the people to see what it is. But I think it all has to do with what other things are there for people to do that may be the reason that some of these issues are being caused. How are we handling mental health? How are we handling homelessness?
Right.
Those are the things that affect businesses in Ybor. How are we, if there's any noise sort of ordinance or issues with that parking, right? Parking. If it's hard for me to park, I'm not going.
There it is.
I'm not going.
There it is. Hey,
I'm not going.
Deuces.
I'm either, you either have to Uber or you have to get dropped off, but I'm not searching, circling the block probably more than once, maybe twice. If I really want to go, you might get me to do it twice. And that's it. And that's all she wrote.
I can see it now. So she said she was trying to find a parking spot. 20 minutes later. Yeah. Now she already went home.
I'm home. You texted me and I'm like, sorry, I'm home.
You know what, Juawana, I want to know what keeps you motivated. Like, you have a lot on your plate. Like, the reality TV show was one thing. You're running the office in Ybor City. Now you're running for city council. Like, what keeps you motivated? Like, I know there has to be some times you'd be just like, oh.
Yeah.
I feel like it can be overwhelmed.
Yeah. And then I just go to sleep. When I'm, like, literally, that's my answer. When I'm overwhelmed, I go to sleep. Right. And then when I wake up, I'm ready to go again. That literally is how I live my life and how I've always lived my life. You're not the first person to say that. People are like, how are you able to do all of that? That's just how God blessed me.
Right.
I can keep going and going until I just go to sleep. And that's what I do. I work out, right? I kind of eat pretty healthy. I don't do drugs. I don't do things that really add stress to my life.
Right.
That's kind of how I've always lived, and that's how I'm able to keep going. I think I'm my motivator.
You gotta be.
Yeah, you do. You gotta be your biggest cheerleader.
All right. So when they make the announcement, Juawana Colbert, Tampa City Council for District 5. What's gonna be that theme song when you go to that first meeting and you walk down that aisle? It's gonna be some mystical doom doom doom.
Shake that.
Wait, she said shake that.
Isn't that a song?
Yeah, he has to shake that ass. So, girl, what you?
No, I'm not doing that. I was telling you the song.
We need to know what that theme song gonna be when you walk down that aisle. Let everybody know you here.
Okay.
On to take care of business.
I feel like, okay, so let me think. I feel like it might be something related to like Beyonce. I'm a Beyonce fan. I don't know what it is, or it could be, another song that I really like.
What's that?
It's called "You Gotta Put In Work." And I can't. Who sing it? You gotta put in work. Work.
I know the song you're talking about.
It's a good song.
No, it is. I know
who sing it?
God dang it! You got me on the spot right now. I'm gonna try to figure out who it is.
Look, we role playing. I'm running this now. Let me ask you the questions. What's the song?
Hey, Google. Oh
but no,
my God.
It would be something fun, upbeat.
Right.
Because I'm a fun person in general. I like to have a good time. But it would be something like that. I just don't know what yet. But probably that could be a good one.
Listen.
Fifth Harmony.
Yeah.
Fifth Harmony?
Yeah. It's a good one. You got to play that for him.
Shout out to Lee. Because we would have never figured it out.
But basically, the song just says you got to put in work.
Right.
And that's what I'm doing. And that's what I'm willing to do and will continue to do.
All right, so just what I want you to do, Juawana. I want you to look into that camera.
Okay.
And I want to tell you to tell the people why they should vote for you. Yeah. And just close this thing out.
Let's do it. My name is Juawana Colbert. I'm running for City Council District 5. I am the person for the seat. I'm committed. I'm equipped with the information. I'm ready to serve, and I think you should give me a shot. I'm not asking for you to vote for me forever. I'm asking you to give me a shot. My Instagram is Juawana Colbert. My Facebook is Juawana Colbert. My email is Juawana for City Council. It's info@Juawana for Council. I don't know. It's something like that.
Either way, y'all can follow my social. And I'm going to definitely support you good at the end of the day. Now, we ain't cutting down Juawana. Because that's the thing is, we want people to know who you really are and the raw you.
You get
and
what you get.
Exactly,
I'm authentic.
Exactly. We all fumble. Lord knows I fumble.
Yeah.
But, like, once again, If you live in District 5, make sure y'all go support Juawana. She will probably be the only minority that's going to be in that committee. So we got to make sure that we have somebody like us, and not just as us as in black people, but just us as a minority, so she can have our back. So we got to make sure that we have her back. So Juawana, thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Nah,
Thanks
thank
for
you.
having me. It was fun.
Now we're going to go to First Kitchen.
Right.
Hey, listen, make sure you look.
I'm going to Eddie V's. I don't know where you going.
Oh, I was gonna say something. Make sure y'all follow, like, subscribe, Buck Wit Me, and make sure y'all follow Juawana Colbert. What's in your Buck Wit Me? Don't take tight.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.